right? Shalom. The brothers of Great Millstone, the church in Birmingham, Alabama. And as always, once again, I give it all praise, honor, and glory.
To Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
Double honors to the head apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the fellow laborers out there. As always, you believe. So yeah, we're back out here once again through the spirit of power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua. As always, to pronounce judgment against this wicked kingdom of America, Babylon the Great, whose destiny lies within the Holy Scriptures, which we go into the Scriptures, especially from a prophetic standpoint, they serve as records, if you will. Now we know that word record really goes back to remembrance. So pretty much the ministry, these various camps that have sprung forth throughout the landscape of America, Babylon the Great, and throughout the world for that matter, is pretty much a reminder that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua sent to visit Esau, the so-called white man, right? It tells you that in the book of Ecclesiasticus 49. Matter of fact, let's get that real quick. Ecclesiasticus 49 and 10. And somebody can hold, is that First Ezra, the first chapter, where it speaks about the Lord? Yep, give me that First Ezra 1. You know what I want. Yeah, come on. Yeah.
It's like Sirach, Ecclesiastes 49 and 10, and of the 12 prophets, let the memorial be blessed.
Right, and that word memorial goes to what? Memory, man. So of the 12 prophets, let the memorial be blessed. Go ahead.
And let their bones flourish again.
Yeah, and let their bones flourish again. That word flourish goes with what? Live. So that's reincarnation, man. Yeah, again, furthermore, when you look, we often touch on the house of David, right? The structure is considered bones, right? The valley of the dry bones. What's that? Is that Psalms? I believe that's Psalms 51. Revive the bones, or something along those lines, right? So the house of David is under construction, but that's nothing more than the prophets that memorial and those bones being revived. Do that again.
Sirach 49 and 10, and of the 12 prophets, let the memorial be blessed, and let their bones flourish again out of their place. For they have comforted Jacob and delivered them by assured hope.
See that? And that's the whole mission. To comfort Jacob and assure them to establish hope once more. Because the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American can never have hope outside of this truth. They can have a somewhat of a replica of hope, right? With the so-called, and even the irony in that, the so-called white man produced that, man. Right, if you notice these neighborhoods, predominantly the hood, there's always going to be a damn basketball court. That's pretty much them devils grooming you to be a working jester in his kingdom. Yeah, hoop dreams. Yeah, because that's the only thing you got. That's a ceiling, right? Yeah, nigga, you could be a basketball player. You can contribute to entertaining, but that's about as far as it goes. Yeah. The only spirits that have hope here in this captivity is Jacob. Now we know who Jacob will be. It would be the elect, the believers, right? That's the title best suited when describing those of us who subscribe to this form of teaching. Matter of fact, read that one more time, huh?
Sirach 49 and 10, and of the 12 prophets, let the memorial be blessed, and let their bones flourish again out of their place. For they comforted Jacob.
See, for they comforted Jacob, go ahead.
And delivered them by assured hope.
See, and delivered them by assured hope, man. So again, we the only ones who take the claim of having hope. See? And that's the Lord remembering us. Because yeah, but again, it goes back to what? The Lord remembering us. that's what the ministry served as, a memorial. That's why we got the ancient garbs, right? We honor the ancient Hebrew. Brothers got ancient Hebrew names. That's the memorial of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And the Lord reminded you, look, I'm going to visit Esau, man. Because when you look at the maturation of kingdoms and their influence, right? Like, for example, so-called white man, his influence has pretty much tainted the minds of the people. There's lots of things. That's why this truth is like a breakthrough. It has to break through everything that this man laid out. And because if someone, let's say if you rent out your house, right? The longer they there, the longer their presence really lingers. If they just there tarrying for a night, they're not gonna have time to put up pictures and shit, man. Because they're gonna be in and out. But as long as they got time to occupy that position, which the so-called white man had a long time, the scripture say, why do the wicked live to old age or something along those lines? Well, through this man being here in this position for so long, it is a resemblance, right? It's a memory of him. So the Lord had to bring back his memory in the planet Earth. And that's a signet that he's about to visit Esau. Oh, we got something?
I got something.
All right, yeah, come on.
You were going to a breakthrough. It says 2 Corinthians 10 and 4, it says, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High to the pulling down of strongholds.
That's it, man. That's what we're doing. We're pulling down the stronghold that has dominated the minds of our people, pretty much the planet Earth. The planet Earth is under the subjection of the influence of Esau. Just look at the beasts of the field, right? They completely out of order. Everything is out of course. So this ministry serves as a breakthrough. It's pulling down those strongholds. So that's the memory of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. This man did a lot. He exhausted a lot of time, money, energy, and resources into muzzling, if you will, suppressing the memory. Oh, what's that, Revelation 11? This place is referred to as the place which crucified our Lord Yahushua. When you go into that word crucified, simply translates to Xing out. They crossed out the true image, the true name, the true nature of the true powers of heavens and earth. So the Lord sent forth the prophets to establish that in the planet Earth. So that was it?
Yeah, that was it.
Come on.
God, this is the book of Psalm 119 and verse 49. Remember the word unto thy servant, upon which thou hast caused me to hope.
Read that again.
It says, remember the word unto thy servant.
Right, so the prophets, those are the servants. Right, so the Lord remembered his word unto us, and what does that spawn?
Upon which thou hast caused me to hope.
Right, so that's our hope. Now we got hope. You see? And it's like breadcrumbs. You get lost in the wilderness, but then you find one trace of a reminder. Oh, you know, you lost in a city. Oh, I remember that shell, man. And then what happens? Your memory starts to get jogged. Now you can proceed forth with return. So the Lord left a segue. Yep. Yeah, this is like an entrance back into his good graces. It tells you that in St. John 14. No man can come to the Father save through who? Through me, man. Yahushua, which we are an extension of our Lord. You see? That's on that.
In the book of Psalm 116, verse 8, starting verse 4. Then called I upon the name of the Lord, Yahweh, by Shem Yahushua, I beseech thee, deliver my soul. Gracious is the Lord and righteous. Yea, our power is merciful. The Lord preserved the simple. I was brought low, and he helped me. Return unto thy rest, O my soul, for the Lord have dealt bountifully with me.
Right, and we was brought low. Because remember, this place America is referred to as what? The grave, the pit. Right, and here in this lower state, we lost all our faculties. But the Lord remembered us, and it starts with that name. See, that's like the, what would you call it, the bridge, the go-between that connects all the dots, so to speak. Because you had a lot of gents throughout the duration of time, they was fighting for something. They knew so-called white man was their enemy, right? They knew that the position that they was in, they knew it wasn't right to be in this position. Obviously, being at you're at the back of the bus, but it didn't take a rocket scientist to know that you was in a low state. But everything became clear with that name. See, which that name comes with a doctrine, man, and vice versa. So that was it.
Verse 8 says, "For thou hast delivered my soul from death,
Yep.
mine ears from tears, and my feet from falling."
That's it. Yep. So, come on.
This is Proverbs 14 and 15. The simple believeth every word, but the prudent man looketh well to his going.
That's it, man. And we look well to our going. And you know what facilitates that action? The spirit of prophecy, man. Because the prophesy is the what say before, which is likened to what? Looking ahead. And that's what the Lord gave us. That's a luxury that you people don't have, man. Here it is. You can acknowledge the fact that the so-called white man is the very catalyst to our people being in the position that they're in, but your hopes and dreams centers around him. Right? What's that? 1 Peter 1 speaks about how they can, matter of fact, can we get that up? I believe it's 1 Peter 1 and, what's the second Peter?
Second Peter chapter 1
Yeah.
and start at verse 8. It says, "For if these things be in you and abound, they make you that ye should neither be barren nor unfruitful in the knowledge of our Lord Yahweh Shah HaMashiach.
Right?
But he that lacketh these things is blind, and cannot see afar off, and have forgotten that he was purged from his old
We
sin."
forgot. See? So that goes back to that memory, man. It starts with that. You can't get back to where you came from unless you remember. As long as that memory is like a GPS. Once that's taken away, then you lost. And we know that word lost. You go into that word lost, that's an eerie, that's an eye-opening definition, man. Pretty much translates to those who must be put to death. Because it makes sense, if you lost, right? You have a kid that's lost there on the milk cart. You betting the over on them being put to death. It's a miracle if you find them alive, man. Like, come on. Get that definition there?
Good. The phrase "see afar off," Strong's G 3467, it says to see dimly.
Right, to see dimly. And that goes into that lack of clarity that's on display throughout the nation of Israel, man. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Go ahead.
See only what is near.
Right, you can only see what's near. The NBA, like your hopes and dreams is based upon something that you can physically reach out and touch. You can actually grab a basketball, go out your project door, and there's a basketball court. That's near. Right? He made sure he gave you just that. See? It really goes back to Yahweh Ba'ashem and Hawashah. Keeping that cap on.
Okay. You might end up just by mistake traveling the world. And the first thing you look at is, where's all the basketball courts?
Yeah. Right. That's not normal. What's wrong with this place, man? Nigga call me, you know what I mean? I'm homesick, man. They ain't even got a court. That's it, man. That's like that treadmill, You running between going on.
To go back and mention that cap, what the scripture said, going back to Corinthians said, "Lest the light of the glorious gospel of Yahweh Shah should shine unto them." So the Lord used Esau to block you from, coming in, such as basketball, things of that nature, whatever, the things that he present, what you see,
Right.
the things that you see. And that what draws these people in, man.
And that's just so far. That's just so far from our culture. You'll never get back as long as you preoccupied with those things. See?
They are spiritually nearsighted.
Yeah.
They got objects. They can only see what's in front of their face.
Right.
Wondering what the elder's saying. And the only way that you come up out of that is you receive the spirit of prophecy. that gives you the capability to be farsighted. You know, to be able to see afar off. And the scripture speaks about that.
Right.
My people say these visions are for afar off.
Right, right.
Yeah, because they lack the spirit of Yahweh Shai, man. It's the spirit of prophecy.
Oh, matter of fact, somebody get that in Hebrews the 11th chapter. Right? This is what coincides with our deliverance, seeing afar off. Right? Even that nigga Martin Luther King, man, remember his speech? He said, I can see.
Yeah. Right.
That's always been the first step in the road to getting out of the position you're in. Right? Blueprint, a vision, as they say. You got to be a visionary.
Right. That's right.
Right? So that's what the Lord allowed us. We have developed those eyes, man. That's a critical component when detaching from this world. And these other Israelite groups, man, y'all got a lot of blood on your hand because you diligently, right? Your whole presentation is to keep Jake Hill, man. That's why they're even their image, it looks world friendly. You be like, damn. But, you know? Yeah. On the garment of some shit, you know? We got a QR code over 12 tribes, man. See? So these other Israelite groups, man, they were set up to pretty much keep you here. That's why, matter of fact, you know what? I called for that in that first Ezra. Can we get that real quick? Yeah, matter of fact, get that while you do. Oh, no, yeah. Yeah. The Lord set up the prophets to pretty much lead you out here. It's another scripture that speaks about the he-goat, something along those lines that shall lead them out. Man, I believe in the book of Isaiah.
Son, First Ezra chapter 1 and verse 24, it says, as for the things that came to pass in his time, they were written in former times concerning those that sinned and did wickedly against the Lord above all people and kingdoms, and how they grieved him exceedingly, so that the word of the Lord rose up against Israel.
It's on down. Yeah. I believe like 37. Yeah.
Second Ezra chapter 1 and verse 37. I take to witness the grace of the people to come, whose little
Yeah, so
ones
read that again.
come. I take to witness the grace of the people to come, whose little ones rejoice in gladness. And though they have not seen me with bodily eyes, yet in spirit believe the thing that I say.
Go ahead.
And now, brother, behold, what glory, and see the people that come from the east, unto whom I will give for leaders.
See, so you have these different groups out here, and they might profess to be leaders, but a leader leads you away, man. Why would I be called a leader if we just standing still? Right? So again, you got these Israelite groups. They'll put you in that spirit of that docile, that sleep spirit. They don't expound on the prophecies. Scripture said we ought to be occupied with prophecy. And if that applies, then by default, you're talking about getting out of here, man. So the true leaders is really in the spirit of moving out of here, man. Go ahead.
Unto whom I will give for leaders Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Oseas, Amos.
Right. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Isaac being most notable, which being Yahweh Shai, who came 2,000 years ago and served as the forerunner, if you will, the foundation, right? As John said, John the Baptist, he was preferred before me. He's referred to as the cornerstone, the foundation. So we building upon Yahweh Shai. So that's one of the prophets that was sent, man. Go ahead.
Oseas,
Yep, which is Hosea. Go ahead.
Amos, Caius, Joel, Abadias, and Jonas. Nahum and Abeka, Sophonias,
Yep.
Ak-
Which is Zephaniah. Go ahead.
Agaius,
Which is Haggai.
Zachary,
Zechariah.
and Malachi, which is called also the angel.
Right. So that word angel translates to what? Messenger. See? So the Lord sent forth messengers to remind you of your power. See that? And that's what the ministry represents. There's a reminder that the Lord has sprung into action, man. See, so
It's Isaiah concerning these self-proclaimed leaders that Israel put on a high seat. Like the elder was saying, if you're a visionary, if you're a true leader, your whole mission is to lead the people away from the danger, to lead the people away from the sorrow, to lead them into a grassy field, you know, and not lead them into a desert. But concerning these leaders, Isaiah 56 and verse 10, it says, his watchmen are blind. They are all ignorant. That's right. So if you're a watchman, your main job is to see. And not just to see, your job is to see afar. You know, so you can warn the city. You know, you're supposed to see the far coming unto the city afar. So you can warn the people in time to take cover. But concerning these watchmen, it says, his watchmen are blind. They are all ignorant, meaning they don't know. It says they are all dumb dogs. And when you go into a dog is a natural alarm system.
yeah.
When you put a dog into a yard, you put a dog there to watch the yard, which is to warn the master of the dog of impending danger.
Mm-hmm.
But the scripture says they are all dumb dogs, meaning they can't bark.
Right. Mute.
They're mute. It says they cannot bark. It says sleeping, lying down, loving the slumber. So that's what these watchmen are doing, man. You know, they're at the post. They're upon the watchtower, but they sleep. You know, they lying down, and then they love to do these things. Meaning what? When they see the wolf coming, they being hirelings, they're not gonna take the flock, which is the sheep, and guard the sheep from the wolf, man. When they see the wolf coming, they go to sleep. You know, they turn a blind eye. First of all, because they're ignorant, they don't know. You know, and the Most High have blocked them. We was going into that earlier about the angel in Genesis that with the flaming swords, you know what I'm saying, that blocked them. So that's what the Most High have done to these leaders. And why the Most High have blocked these leaders, man? Because you got people that subscribe to these leaders, and those are the undesirables of the Most High.
Right.
So he set up these leaders, these watchmen that can't see afar off, and these people subscribe unto them. Why? Because the Most High don't want the leader or the people. Versus the leaders that got the spirit of Yahweh Shai, the spirit of prophecy. You know, they got the eye salve.
Yeah, they like detour signs.
They like detour signs.
And that's why they so colorful. In a way, you know, the purple garments and the march true. Like,
Easy to spot.
Yeah. The Lord said, go that way, nigga. You simple nigga, go with them. And he got one to accommodate the lust of each nigga. Because you got the more militant niggas, so you got ISUPK over there. Right? You got the niggas who want to get married here, and then you got IUIC. But they not quiet. The Lord got some niggas out there that say, hey, come here. Wilson, get out of here, man.
talked that one day about the position.
Right.
I listen to y'all, man.
Yeah.
There's one other group out there. I think the big guy with the beard. Who was the
Them
big guy?
niggas up there.
I'm just being found.
You'll get shot. Some of them up there. Don't go up there, man. Be careful, I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Them niggas security at clubs. We don't go to, right? But that's what they do like on their off time. You know? They're aggressive, yeah. So don't be surprised, you know.
Scripture say, I see you as sheep
Right.
in the midst of wolves.
Oh, well, it's a video surface. You got Sakari. You know, just like I got the men and brothers got the satchels on us. Them niggas got AR-15s on them, man. Calling for precept. Now that proves that they're not of Yahweh Shai, because Yahweh Shai gave explicit instructions in Matthew the 10th chapter to not carry staves or staffs. Staff goes into weapons, man. See? Now that don't mean you can't protect yourself and have a weapon, but that's not who at camp. That's not the energy we give off. It's two guys on the side with AR-15s. I wouldn't even be able to concentrate.
Right.
Like if I'm trying to earnestly hear it, and at the corner of my eyes, a nigga with a yeah.
And what the scripture say, weapons of our warfare are not carnal.
But mighty to the pulling down, because it's the ordinance. We saying, look, the Lord said, see, and that's strong enough to move mountains. Yep, come on.
I got no
Matter of fact, we start here and come down.
First Ezra chapter 1 and verse 50. Nevertheless, the power of their fathers
Yeah, you go down.
sent by his messenger to call them back, because he spared them and his tabernacle also. But if I may, that's been the game plan of Yahweh Shah from the beginning. He sent out the prophets to call us back into remembrance of who you are, man. You know? So you can be what? Saved, man. You know? And in turn, he set up those false prophets again, as the elder mentioned. That's a detour sign for them to be destroyed. It says, but they had his messengers in derision. And look, when the Lord spake unto them, they made sport of his prophets. So yeah, the true prophets are going to be ridiculed, man. You know? And that's how it's the same game plan the Lord just set up, man. It don't change. And the ones who have eyes to see, they're going to know who the Lord sent out, man. You know? They don't come with those flashy garments, gimmicks. You know? They don't come with the straight, raw truth, man. You know? That's the best antidote, man. You know, something that's uncut, you know?
Because going back to what we were just speaking about, like the elder said, these guys bringing sticks and, the modern day sword to camp. This is Matthew 26 and 51. The point is in 52. It says, St. Matthew 26 and 51, it says, and behold, one of them which were with Yahushua stretched out his hand and drew his sword, and struck a servant of the high priest, and smote off his ear. Then said Yahushua unto him, put up again thy sword unto his place.
You know, and they use that to justify them having it. That's one of the precepts they use. Right? Yep. But really, when you push forth that energy, you really saying you want to be here. That's Esau blessing, man. See? I don't want to be here fighting nobody. I want to go. Right? Right?
It says,
I keep telling niggas like, let's fight, you know? We trying to get out of here. Yeah. We backpedaling out of here, man. Yeah.
It says, then said Yahushua to him, put up again thy sword into his place, for all they that take the sword shall perish with the sword.
That's it, man. There it is. You cleave into the sword. That's a part of your skin. Right? Yeah, that's it, bro. And because why? That's Esau. Look, man, somebody give you a sword, that means that they want you to die. Right? I would rather give my son a garden tool in a sense. What I mean is the symbolism of building. Right? Creating something. Versus a sword, because that sword, when it ends with violence, it's death. That's what it represents. So that's how Yahushua in the form of Isaac snared Esau. He said, look, here, take the sword, man. Right? And he went off into his destiny, man. Now we at the climax, if you will, of his existence. And it's going to be ended with the sword. See? So why would we have that? Why would we bring swords up? That's a resemblance of want to be in.
And we got the sword.
Yeah, well, that's it.
But the scripture said a word, which is not sword. I'm paraphrasing Ephesians 6 chapter.
Yeah, not sword of the spirit.
Yeah, sword, is it?
Yeah, because this is what's cutting Esau, man. This is what have cut Esau off from the throne. Yep, that was it.
Because they're on prophet being nearsighted as well.
Yeah.
You know, they're not seeing things through the testimony of Yahushua.
How good?
But this is Ezekiel 11:2. It says, then said he unto me, son of man, these are the men that devise mischief and give wicked counsel in this city, which say, it is not near. Let us be a houses. The city is the Kadron, and we be the flesh. So they're saying it is not near. They can't see up. They can only see what's right in front of them, man.
Right.
If they can't, that's why a nigga only reacted when the prices shot up. A nigga only reacted when the power go out.
Right,
They're not expecting these things. So that's why they in that. That's why they carry that system. They in that. They rarely, they present a rarely good presence, you know, because they give you a sense of everything is alright. It's not a sense of urgency. That's why it says, let this city be the Kadron, we be the flesh, meaning keep you here in America, man. That's the only thing it's doing is keep you that mindset. You could be an Israelite, but you an Israelite in America, man. Because you're not expecting the return of your house. You're not expecting the destruction. And if you say you believe the destruction is coming, your walk and your teachings and what you really believe it don't show, man. It talks about how the love of the Father is not in you if you love the world, you know.
Oh, that's why that demon who came on the cutting board, she said, I keep the laws and this is the best time of my life, you know? What you mean? What, you know, how could this be the best time? Like she said, it's the best time to be alive. Keep the commandments. What are you saying, man? That's crazy. They try to talk themselves into being here.
You don't fornicate.
Right, yeah.
Keep
He
the
named 3 commandments.
That's unlike.
Yeah, and I'm good right here with that. Man, get the fuck out of there, man. That's why it's gonna always be a disconnect. Because it shows that those are the same rebels who wouldn't want to come under the leaders. And again, matter of fact, could we get that? The leaders is look, if I say I'm leading, oh, we going somewhere. Right? I'm leading you out of here. That's why the scripture say if the blind lead the blind, they shall both die in the pit because they ain't going nowhere. Right? They just walking in circles. See? Right, but yeah, that's it right there. And Esau, yeah. Esau dwelt in the land of Nod, man. Wow. That's where y'all dwell, in that realm. See? But as the brother read in 2nd Ezra, the 1st chapter, the Lord said to send for leaders. And that cancels you guys out from being the ancient spirits, those ancient prophets. See? Because the prophets, they was driven by getting out of that position that they was in. Right? Come on.
Find the book of Jeremiah 50, verse 8. Remove out of the midst of Babylon and go forth out of the land of the Chaldeans.
See that? Read that again.
Remove out of the midst of Babylon.
See, remove out of the midst of Babylon, man. And to be in the midst of Babylon, that don't mean you necessarily got to be in the midst of action. Who's at the classic? Nope. That's where your heart dwell, you know? Which them niggas, they actually was at the classic. I bet you IUIC was out there, man. Them niggas had a tent. Yeah. Yeah. And that's the spirit I was just about to say. This one of their pictures, they sell the water to you. And then the brother, we was riding, we was on 5 points. The nigga rushed the car, man. IUIC tried to sell us water, man.
For the king.
Yeah, that's what they say. That was the rallying cry.
For the king.
Yeah, donate, dollar water for the kingdom. And they had the little Purex, the water that you could, after you finish, you could ball the bottle up like some paper.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Come on, read it from the top.
Fine. Jeremiah 50, verse 8. Remove out of the midst of Babylon and go forth out of the land of the Chaldeans.
Right, now, that's not the flight doctrine. We're not encouraged to hop on planes and go to the Middle East. Right? Jets so confused, man. Lord did a number on you niggas, man. Right? You got a lot of jets out there in Israel. And when you go over there, you got to enlist in their military. Right? And them other guys who were trying to be deep with that group, which it don't matter with the group, the name. Remember back a couple of years ago? Right, you guys went over there and they made them put the
Oh, no, you talking about yeah, kind of.
right? Yeah. They made them put on the yarmulke, man. And them niggas kept them, and I was no, man, fuck that. See, but that's the Lord. They was in Nod. That was still Nod. You know? That was still the land of Nod. Because they were just wondering aimlessly. As if that was going to change something, man. See? The Lord said, come on out of here. It begins right here. We can actually see the kingdom. Well,
It says, remove out of the midst of Babylon and go forth out of the land of the Chaldeans and be as the he-goats before the flock.
see, and be as the he-goats before the flock. Look at that word he-goat.
Time. That word he-goat, Strong's H, 6260, it says ram, he-goat, chief one.
Chief one. A chief is a leader. Right? Go ahead.
In the Strong's, it says leaders of the people.
See, leaders of the people, man. So that's how we know who the real leaders are. The real leaders will be saying, we got to get up out of here. Right? And wouldn't give off one inkling of staying here. Now you have low level, right? Or remember the guy, the Lord used me in the form of that Adidas tracksuit. I had on an Adidas tracksuit that weekend. And the nigga fell apart, man. He went too deep. He went into like researching where Adidas came from. So, right, the Lord used that as a stumbling block. He was like, no, he couldn't believe it. Fuck you think, like we got our own yeah, so yeah. Scripture said we should go to this man for one of all things, man. Right? But that was an example. The Lord stumbling him up, but he perceived that we was in that spirit, but no. The whole time, our energy was saying we got to get out of here, man. Right? Why would we? I'm pretty sure I thought we go to the Mill Society. We got a Mill Society here. Why would we push this if we want to be it? This right here proves that we the he-goats that go before the flock that said we got to get out of here. See that? So if you have the spirit of discernment, then you'll see who the real leaders are. We just read the precept on it. That's a commandment from the Lord. Leave out of the midst of Babylon as the he-goats before the flock, man. Because y'all following us. If you following us, then you ready to go to the kingdom. See? Jesus love all of you. Nigga put their foot in there now somewhere, you know what I mean? Y'all, come, we got some over here? Come on.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 8. My people have been lost sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray. They have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from mountains.
Turn, Bible side, let's click on that word turn. I don't know if it's a phrase right there, but let's click on that word turn because it might be okay, phrase.
They have turned away. H 77:25. It says to return.
Right.
Turn.
So there should be shawab right there, the Hebrew word.
Come.
See? So turn really means to turn back. So you turning back into the pot, right? I believe that's in the book of Micah. Right? Here it is, the Lord is working a beautiful work in the planet Earth. The customs is right there before you. You have men on the scene that can elaborate on your forefathers and right, high holy days and the things that's pleasing to the true powers of heavens and earth. But then you got other men that set up to turn you back into that pot, man. What?
It says you'll turn back.
See? Yeah, that's pretty much all we need right there. You go back.
It says my people have been lost sheep.
And that's what them niggas were doing in ancient Egypt, man. They wanted to go back, man. See? The Lord was leading them out of there. Moses and Aaron, in that case, were serving as the he-goats before the flock. That was leading them from that situation. And remember, right, they was crying to the Lord, man. The Lord said he heard their groans. But here it is, you niggas was crying even in your rap songs, right? You was crying to the Lord. You were groaning. The Lord heard all that shit. You dropped the track. Right? You talking about how toxic. You know what I mean? I did a bid. You was groaning. The Lord heard all of those groanings. Remember way back Marvin Gaye. What's going on? Remember those songs? That was Israel groaning. The Lord heard that, raised up the prophets, and you niggas want to go back, man. That's why Malachi, I believe that's Malachi 3, right? When the Lord said, well, who would stand before him? You know? And the one who you seek it, right? He should suddenly come. Matter of fact, let's get that. Because it's like that old saying, you don't get what you ask. You don't get what you ask for. But are you ready for it? Right? You want to be healthy, but when I bring like vegetables and greenery, you like, oh shit, man, you know? But no, you asked to be healthy. See? So you asked to get out of here, and the Lord brought the prophets, man. Come on.
Malachi 3:1. Behold, I will send my messenger, and he shall prepare the way before me. And the Lord whom ye seek shall come and shall suddenly come to his temple.
Right, the Lord whom you seek shall suddenly come to his temple. Now the scriptures goes into the physical account. Remember Yahushua popped up in the temple at 12 years old. That was all set up in the spirit. That showed that the Lord was always snaring Israel, man. You ain't expecting the Savior to pop up in there at 12 years old. But
He says, even the messenger of the covenant, whom ye delight
right,
in.
they delight in the covenant. See? And here goes the messenger of the covenant. Well,
Behold, he shall come, saith the Lord of hosts.
Mhm.
It says, but who may abide the day of his coming?
yeah, who gonna abide the day of his coming? Well,
And who shall stand when he appeareth?
right, yeah, so here it is, the Lord, and again, the prophets. We are resemblance of Yahushua, man. So who gonna abide when they get here? You was doing all that marching, but now here go the Lord. When he came, was you gonna abide? Was you gonna have the patience to sit through all these precepts? Well,
He says, for he is like a refiner's fire and like fuller's soap.
that's what the ministry is. You have to be refined. You have to be thoroughly cleansed. Well,
It says, and he shall sit as a refiner and purifier of silver, and he shall purify the sons of Levi and purge them as gold and silver, that they may offer unto the Lord an offering of righteousness.
yeah. Yep. So we can go back. Did you have something? What's got that? Hmm?
It's like Romans 12:2. It said, and be not conformed to this world,
Yep, that's it.
but be ye transformed by the renewing your mind, that ye may
It
prove.
goes back to your mind, man.
That's it.
Like the elder started the lesson off with, that way back or that bridge was when you heard the names. The memory. That's what jogged your memory. It brought it back, brought back things that was needed of us. Brought back who we are. Starting with those names, man. And those names allowed us to come up out of this place mentally. Read it again, bro.
It says, and be not conformed to this world.
Yeah, when you go into the word conform, it means to be fashioned to another's pattern, meaning Esau. And that begins in the mind. Everything that happens physically or that plays out, it begins with a thought.
Right.
So if you're not conformed to this system mentally, it's going to play out in your physical. Like you said, that's why we got on the ancient garments. That's why we come out week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of America, man. Because we're not conformed to this place, meaning we're not joined with this place. We hate this place. Go ahead, bro.
It's like, and that's a commandment.
Now,
Commanded
Right.
to hate this place, like you
Right,
said,
bro.
because they had mentioned earlier, fleeing from Babylon is not a physical thing. You're doing it spiritually. It's going to physically take place when you return by the Lord. He's going
Right.
to literally do it, but it's, what's that song? Our body is here, but our mind is on the other side of town.
That's it.
So that's why we hate this place, man. But it says, and be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind.
Yes, so be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. And our mind has been renewed, beginning with those names, man. What is that, 2 Peter 3? When it speaks about stir up your pure minds by the way of remembrance, man.
Yep.
So there's mercy in remembrance, man. When you read, what is that, Hosea, the 4th chapter, why the Most High said that you're not going to be a priest unto me because you have forgotten. But now we got a chance to become priests, priests unto the Most High by the renewing of our minds, right? By the way of remembrance. Go ahead, bro.
Just said, going back to Malachi, he said, gonna purify the signs and
That's
legal
it.
lives.
That's it. Priest, that's it.
It said that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High.
There it is. Yep, that's it. There it is, right there. Yep. And when you perfect something, like we always say, you finish it. That's perfecting something. The finish, the end of Babylon, man. That's the perfect will of the Most High, man. You got it, bro.
I got some. This is the book of Baruch, chapter 4 and verse 27. Be of good comfort, O my children, and cry unto the Most High. For ye shall be remembered of him that brought these things upon you. The plagues, man. And it says, cry to the Most High. Right? It says, for as it was your mind to go astray.
Like the brother just said, that's a commandment. Hey, let's say if I'm a director and I give you orders, hey, I want you to get out the car, I want you to jump out.
Right.
So the Lord said, cry unto me, and I remember you. We doing it.
Right.
You crying unto him and remember no man. That's not a suggestion. The Lord said it, and now it's being played out. What?
It says, for as it was your mind to go astray from the Most High, so being returned, seek him 10 times more. And that's the commandment that we acting out, man. The Lord has us seeking him 10 times more. Early and often.
This is Zechariah 8, Zechariah 10 and 8. It said, when I whistle to them, they will come running. For I redeem them. It says, for I redeem them. This whole analogy of us being sheep. Man. Who else but sheep? We just kind of straggling around. Before this truth, we straggling around. And even after, we still sheep. But when we sheep being led, we heard them whistles, right? We began to start running. It said, from the few who are left, they will grow as numerous as they were before. See, and the Lord wants to restore us, man. Think about that. You think about how restless Esau got you. Esau got you caged in, like, I don't know, like a bird.
Yeah.
Caged in, man.
Yeah.
You tried. Pac had a song, Trap. Right? Violent out here. You can't really walk the streets and enjoy life the way you used to be able to.
I do want to add to say that the fowler.
The fowler.
The fowler. Right. Esau.
Is that the man that cut down trees?
No. That's one that's a bird catcher.
Oh,
We're bird catcher, yeah.
The one that cut down trees, the lumberjack. The scripture.
fella.
The fella.
Fella that
Fella.
come up against.
Isaiah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he is.
Fowler and the fella.
Yeah. All about destruction,
That's
man.
it, right
Fowler, that's it. The fowler and the fella.
Esau finds a way to kill, cut down, trap, ensnare, lie, cheat, steal, rape, take, seize, withhold.
Yep.
Sound like a trap song.
Right.
Real song, that Esau.
Right. Yeah, real trapping. He's a real son, yeah. And when you think about the fowl, like a zoo, that's an exhibition of a fowl. And what they do, they preoccupy the animals. Like they have something, they might have a damn ball or something for the damn monkey to play with. And that's why niggas got parks. I mean, that's why you got a basketball. Right. They got a basketball court up there for you. You come out the project and there's a basketball court.
Right there.
Right there. To keep your pet, And even an aquarium. they had a little, they had a little accessories in the aquarium to preoccupy him, you know. Yeah, a little, yeah.
Shit
Yeah.
sunk to the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah, they have a pirate in the motherfucker. But that was good. They gave him basketball court, you know.
And they sprinkle that feeding time, and then you go crazy.
Yeah.
Then you subdue, you know.
Yeah, that's it.
You just
Yeah, that's it.
you on full examination, you know, as they say in the world even. That's why they call it project.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Yep, I was just gonna say
That's exactly what it is.
Yep. It's an experiment.
Jake always, you know, they got the moments.
Yeah,
They got the moments where they reach, and then Esau right to something. The basketball court,
Right there. Now you tripping, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, boy, you had the dude, what his name, Styles P. He thought he was on to something. And guess what he came up with, man? A damn, what you call it, a jungle gym.
Oh yeah.
Where you can work out, man. So it was what, like,
Oh yeah, when he put it in, yeah.
Right? Everybody, wait, what did this nigga do? I'm trying to see what he did for the hood. He put a jungle gym up. Right? So it was like a parallel. You know how they said it's not good to take a parallel job, just stay where you at. Right? It's not going to be a step up.
Right.
That's what you did. You went from a basketball court to a jungle gym. Now you really, right? Now you really going to have a nigga as a nigga, you know? Now he ready for the jump? No. See?
Dance floor, not too far. Speakers.
Right. You got a recreation center, you can have a rap battle in there.
Right.
Right? You ain't going nowhere, man. That prove that those leaders is not leading you out of it. It's bringing you back to the culture. See? Yep.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 14 and verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, not Exodus, Numbers. The book of Numbers, chapter 14, verse 4, it reads, and they said one to another, let us make a captain and let us return into Egypt.
See that? And that's the mindset of our people, man. Right? The lines are blurred. Their presentation have you think that that's a step up, but it's really to keep you here in this cauldron again, this pit. Meanwhile, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, which is the true name of the Heavenly Father, he's setting up a path out of here, as he did in ancient Egypt, man. Only back then, Moses and Aaron being the catalyst to leave our people out of here. But now the Lord raised up the prophets once more. And we don't look like the conventional. That's another snap. Esau the devil, man. That man gave you a guy in a suit and tie with a pinky ring on the pulpit.
Cadillac.
Right. And that's the pulpit. Right? Pulling you back into the pit, man. That's if you ask me to break down, if you ask me to break down the word pulpit, that's the only way I can go with it. It's a compound word. Pulpit. Right, yeah. You got the black clergy. That's why our people are content with being here. And they can see their auntie die, their great aunt die of the cholesterol being through the roof. And guess what? Nobody gonna say nothing because that's the culture. See? But it all stems, it emanates from your leaders. That's why even when you consider the physical body, it has a head. From the head, the body goes. See? So the body of Israel has been led astray. That's why this is the body of Yahushua right here. And the signals that's being transmitted to the small number of believers is the mindset of getting out of here, man. See? Which even the deliverance is going to be a spectacular and breathtaking moment. Right? Which requires faith to even entertain such things. See? Come on, was it more than that? That was it?
I'm gonna say real quick,
Come on.
and like just adding to the other point, it's a known fact that Esau put the head of the ghetto or the head of where Jake was as being your modern day preachers, man.
Mm-hmm.
They made them the head of the community. Whatever the preacher says goes. You know, you go to the preacher for counseling. You know, you think the preacher can save you. Meanwhile, the preacher was in cahoots with the devil.
Right.
And they made sure that was the head of the community, man.
Yep.
You know, what a name, Reverend No Good or something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they just made sure, like
And they always looking like a pimp.
They always, okay, you took it right out of my
Fucking looking like a pimp, man. Right?
true.
You would take him out the
That's
pulpit,
true.
just exchange, take
true.
him off the corner,
That's true.
put him on the pulpit,
True.
preacher, put him on the block,
Right.
his Cadillac,
Right.
can't even tell the difference between
Can't tell
the
the
two.
difference. True.
Both of them got the pinky ring.
Right. Got a slick back.
Right.
Burn. Yeah. Felony.
That's why it was such an easy transition from private.
Right. Oh, but this that plies too. The nigga plies.
Oh,
Like,
really?
where you go? Preach. Yeah. Right, yeah, it's part of the back. You gonna hear Al Green in both backgrounds. That nigga in there, man, with a tall teeth.
Yeah.
Cry. He might start hitting him. Yeah, he might do something. Everybody cool. Everybody on the same page. Say it with me one time. That's why they're gonna, man, they deserve everything that come their way.
This is real quick in the this is Isaiah 29 NLT 29:9. Are you amazed and incredulous? You know that word incredulous means disbelief, unbelief. From the word credit, you know what I mean? Belief or faith or trust. It says so basically you don't trust. It says, don't you believe it? Then go ahead and be blind. You are stupid, but not from wine. You stagger, but not from liquor. You know, that's a scripture that says, stay yourselves in wonder. Okay, they cry ye out and cry. It say, for the Lord has poured out on you a spirit of deep sleep. Walking dead. And you know, it's a miserable situation to see a people in, but it's also a hopeful situation for the elect. Because we like, man, we almost out of here. And call Allah we came out of that sleep,
Right.
in which, as the elder going into, it's like a revolving door with a lot of these. It's like a revolving door with a lot of these candidates and these Israelite teachers, the leaders, causing you right back to go in as if Esau himself is ordering from the top of these leaders, telling them, you're going to teach this. And we seen what the 501c3 charter did. You know, that was established just so he could have control right back. It's really all about keeping Jake in the status quo, man. Jake, you have become merchandise, man. We were always made merchants since the time we came over here. We've been their merchandise. When you take another nation as yours and you capture them, that's spoils. So to the other nation, you just something make money off of it. Human or not, you cattle, you human cattle. So it's not in their mindset to wake you up or even lead you or find you the right. They just watching from beyond, saying, damn, they actually going into GMA. They actually found some type of way that really is, this leadership really is leading them out of Babylon. This house here is actually set up as Yahweh Shabbat. Whereas the rest of these, that's that revolving door. You go into them old Western movies, they got that spinning. And then cartoons, you see somebody spin in and spin out. You just walked in, you was walking right back into the world. You just came out the world. You just left the world. Only that, so you gotta be blind. You led by blind guides. You see, and your blind guide, he telling you, oh yeah, right over this way. That's the pit, man. That you just dug yourself, through the spirit came out of, man. So just understand, it wolves in sheep's clothing. That's what we're getting into properly. This is the wolf in sheep clothing analogy. The sheep that looks good, and he saw the leader. As soon as he got up close enough, he realized, damn, the teeth ain't sheep teeth. He got you. It's too late. You're being consumed. Jake will make merchandise of you, man. Your own people who gonna bring you back and say, you Judah. Hey, you Judah. Hit the QR code, and I'll show you where to send it. Yeah, it's about some Jake out here to make merchandise of you, man. For real. That's what the 2/3 is going to be set up. False prophets going to They gotta be thankful.
Esau, man. Yeah, I mentioned that 501c3. You got these certain things that really is Esau. Those different niggas got tentacles. You know, everything you see, this nigga behind it, man. Especially if it's something that contributes to this place. Nigga here, man. Keep the nigga sleep, man. This nigga got something behind it, man. But yeah, that's it.
It's a web of lies and a web. It's all type of webs, snares, traps, schemes, plots.
Hey, even this word so overwhelming, you know that Jacob was going to be drawn to Israel, but he like, fuck that, I'm going to do something about it, you know. So he set up guys, you know, he's a rap nigga, Israelite, he's a element militant. It's something to keep you, you know, they said, 1 foot in the grave, man.
Right.
And you can have friends on at the same time, you know.
It says, "These the light of the glorious gospel from my shepherd Yahushua, who is the image of the Most High, shall shine unto them."
And that shows that the Lord don't want you to come in. If it said, less the light of the, so the Lord set that up, man. He set Esau up, how this system plays out, how you niggas raised up, your sentimental values just for all these people come across the truth and not to really get it, man. Not to come through the door properly. You know? That's right. And we just hope the Lord keep us, you know. Call out y'all by outside. Lord, you know, got us to, because being a part of IRC, you see that they ain't down, man.
Right.
Like these other councils, you see they got the skin, but there's no breath in them. They don't have the testimony of Yahushua in them, man.
Right.
You know?
And if I may too, that light, that's like that light bulb
Right.
analogy we often go into it. That's associated often with remembering too,
Oh, yeah.
It is.
right?
Light bulb, come on. Yep.
Think about it. We so far removed from our homeland. You way in the west, man. So to get that even carnally, it's a adventure, right? Now in the modern world, you can get a ticket, plane ticket, whatever, but there's still certain things that's in front of you with that, you know? Got a passport. But even once you get that, one time for you know? So the Lord did that. So imagine when you first brought on those ships, man. You was far removed from. The Lord said, no, it's only one way back. You got to go through the proper order of wisdom. You got to remember it. Right? You can physically be there, but why be there and you don't remember you don't know what's going on. You haven't been thoroughly cleansed. The Lord don't want your ass over there till you thoroughly cleansed and appreciate it, right?
I was just about to say,
You know? Your parent punish you until you appreciate this. You can't have it. So the integrity is being tested among Jake, right? Jake don't want it. Jake don't want it, but it's some spirit that earnestly desires it. So he's willing to take the proper channels of learning the names, embracing the customs, shunning this bullshit, man. Man, I'd be so pissed now, man. It has intensified. You know, you look back in retrospect, the first couple of thoughts shit, man. I'm so
New level.
right, a new level, man. Motherfuckers promote burgers with bacon and shit. She be like, man, somebody put this motherfucker to death. Because it's far removed from what the Lord, right, has deemed suitable and acceptable. See? So that has to be a process. You have to be weaned from the breast, right? There has to be a reset. Look, nigga, you got to be born again. I got to create you again. Let's say, like, if you look at, you know, gotta get a touch of subject, man. Simps and shit, but, you know, let's say, like, you ever have a baby mama problem. The only way that could be right in your mind if you could just start all over. You can't conjure up a thought in your mind like, you know what, we can make it work from this point forward. No, man. Especially in the spirit, you gonna be on News Republic. Just tell you that now. You really entirely outside.
The reset.
Right. No, you just say, you know what, I just be best if that motherfucker started over and they had to be removed. Because they're so tainted. And I'm just using that as an example to give you an illustration. That's what the Lord had to do with us. couldn't come back in the presence of the Lord with that mindset. Right? So the Lord you had to regurgitate all that BS. You had to refrain from your whatever you was into. You had to fully commit to Yahweh. That's what this thing is about. The Lord set this up to remind you, man. And you know what? That's even backwards. Because it's not only the Lord reminding you who you are, He reminded you who Esau is. That story, Jacob and Esau. So it's a heavy emphasis, right? The Lord, matter of fact, somebody get that Psalm 137. Yep, right. Remember, oh Lord. See that? Those two parties in that meeting, that council, which had everything to do with who would have power. So the Lord remembering those two parties because it's time to settle that. It's that settlement. We're in court now. That settlement, right? That age-old conflict. Now, that case back up, that case number is up. Old case, man. The Lord is settling it. You know what? No, you can't have the power, Esau. Remember, I told you you could have the fatness of the earth. I told you you could have the dew from heaven. But that was a consolation. Because remember, that's how Isaac consoled Esau, right? So now we're in a time where the Lord saying, look, no, the inheritance, I'm about to award Jacob, right, the Israelites with that inheritance. Right, and it's going to be, and that's the spirit, you even said that. It's going to be at the expense of Esau. So both of them got to be in court. Right, you have somebody who do you injury, do you harm, they got to pay for the bill, they got to pay for the hospital bill. That's usually in the settlement. Yep. So it's at their expense that you are recouped. Yep. Come on.
God, the book of Psalm 137 itself. Remember, oh Lord, the children of Edom.
See that? So now the Lord said, remember them too, man. So we hear it. That's why the brother, I think you put the sign earlier, the elites.
Yeah.
Who else got pictures like that? Other than the prophets, right? See, because it's going to the source. And really, that's, matter of fact, real quick, give me, I think that's 2 Maccabees 8, start at the top. But even accounts in the scriptures serve as reminders of this moment, man. Come on.
2 Maccabees 8 and 1. Then Judas Maccabees.
Wow. That's a burn hole.
That's it. Yeah.
And that could have hit anywhere.
Anywhere.
It hit research. Right? It hit research. That's remembering.
Yes, it is.
That's remembering. To search again.
Search again. Yep.
Right? Come on, man. And you gotta show that, man. But this for the critical thinkers out there, man. That's the spirit, bro.
Gonna be
You can't
burnt.
make that up.
Media, and the reason you got, if I may, you got to research with the media covered it all in its up.
I don't know
if y'all can see that burn.
Tracks.
That burn hole.
So, you know, we ought to bring that up. You got to but really, all you really got to do is click on the video with, you know, a GMS brother in it. And you're going to get the whole rabbit hole right there. You ain't got to buy the Codex Magical book with a pale horse or watch 1,000, what's that movie, Zeitgeist movies. Nah, you just click on Broker Video, you get the whole elite chart. Rothschild, they can't even say the name Rothschild on TV.
Right. Yeah. Rich thing. You got people desperate to the good guys. We got the jurisdiction, right? They call it diplomatic immunity. Because we ambassadors for the kingdom of heaven, right? So even the powers that we got to respect us as diplomats. Right?
Book of 2 Maccabees, chapter 8, verse 1. Then Judas Maccabees and they that were with him went privily into the towns
See? Right?
and called their kinfolks together.
See that? So this is an account, but spiritually, right? You can see the same thing, right? Kinfolk being called together, private setting. Let's see what the comments.
And took unto them all such as continued in
See that? So that's the same thing. The Lord don't have to go back and adjust the records. So we coming back and we continuing in the Jews' religion, which goes back to what? The memory, the mindset. You can't come into the presence of the Lord unless you sincerely honor the customs where He laid out. You sincerely honor the dietary law, right? The moral codes. We detest adultery now. That's one of the things that really, like, you can feel yourself exploding, you know? Right, yeah, chopping the motherfucker head off, man. That's the zeal of the Lord, right?
And they called, it's like it says, and assembled about 6,000 men, and they called upon the Lord that He would look upon the people that was trying down the all, and also pity the temple.
See? Right? It is not this the temple? And the Lord is now pitying the temple, right?
And also pity the temple, profane of ungodly men. And they,
Right, when you go into the history, remember they profaned the temple. And we was profaned, right? By these ungodly men, the customs of Esau, but the Lord pitied us. So this is another example. I wish that Romans 15 and 4. These not stories for you to unwind to. Right? You turn on the nightstand and read as you read a novel, man. It's wisdom, which contributes to jogging your memory and putting you in the same room with your house shop. See? Right?
It says, and he it's like, and that He would have compassion upon the city, sword in His face, and ready to be made even with the ground, and hear the blood that cried unto Him.
See?
And remember the wicked slaughter
See? And remember also the wicked slaughter, right?
of harmless infants and the
Who
black.
did that? The Greeks, man. They slaughtered our infants. But what was the petition being made by Judas? Not only remember the temple, but remember them also. So that's why Jacob and Esau is at the forefront of this whole thing. And you have someone to say, why you always get on the so-called white man? That's because court is in session, man. Read that again.
It says, and remember the wicked slaughter of harmless infants and the blasphemies committed against His name, and that He would show His hatred against the wicked.
See, and that He would show His hatred against the wicked, man. Is not that on display now? I was just saying, in the spirit, we hate this place. And if you're in the right spirit, you hate it. That's the spirit of the How Bashi Shop, honoring what's written in the records. Right? That's who it leads to, right?
Now, when Maccabeus had his company about him, he could not be withstood by the heathen, for the wrath of the Lord was turned into mercy.
Uh-huh.
Therefore, he came at
Oh, that's Judas. That's the spirit right there. I don't know why they came on so early today. Right? That's good.
God. It says, now it's like, therefore he came at unawares and burnt up towns and cities.
Right, so you see where it led to? Towns and cities being burnt, man. That's going to happen again, right? It could have been any other form of judgment. After the Lord started to acknowledge us and have pity on us and remember the wrath of our enemies, it led to what? The cities being burnt. Read that again.
He said, therefore he came at unawares and burnt up towns and cities and got into his hands the most commodious places
Them like spacey places. Right?
and overcame and put to flight no small number of his enemies.
Right, so we know that was an account, but you see, you view it through spiritual lenses, that's the Lord doing His work. Again, you remember His temple, He had mercy on us, He hasn't forgotten our enemies, so their offenses, and it's going to lead to something. It's not like we just want to be here bitterly, right, complaining forever till we die. I mean, some brothers might die in the truth, but that don't stop the overall will. The will is for this place to be burnt. And that's how the Lord's going to exact judgment on our enemies.
Same as the court case don't go on forever.
Right, yeah.
Eventually come to a verdict and then a judgment and then
Yeah.
somebody goes to jail.
Sentence. What they actually call it closing arguments. You go into a court setting, you have both parties that have closing arguments. That means that those lawyers, they're going to keep chirping all day, man.
distress, I called upon the Lord and cried unto my power. He heard my voice out of his temple, and my cry came before him and even into his ears. Then the earth shook and trembled. The foundations of the hills moved and were shaken because he was walking. So just going back, crying out distress, crying out because of the offenses of this devil. And that's going to cause the Lord to bring forth that destruction, man. What other cause and effect is going to take place? As mentioned in Egypt, the time of Egypt, the Lord heard the groanings, and he sprung into ashes by sending those series of plagues. It's no different today. At this time, Scripture said the Lord's going to destroy the whole land thereof.
It's beautiful. Like you said, because right before we got delivered, that's when he sent those plagues. It's gonna be, like you said, it's gonna be the same in today. He's gonna send those same plagues upon America right before we get delivered.
If I may, it started with let my people go. It's like a particular rallying point. That's why we got the scriptures open and speaking.
Right.
See? Matter of fact, somebody can get that too in Joel 2. If anybody got some,
I got something. This is Zechariah 14 and 2, 14 as well. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that fought against Jerusalem. Why is that such an important case to the Lord, to plague those that fought against Jerusalem? Well, you look at his track record, he always had love for it and chose his chosen people. And any situation he brought them into, it was justified because we deserved it. And then every time he brought us out, it was justified because he's merciful to us. And he's going to keep his promises that we're going to inherit a land where everything will be restored. Right? And the promises to Abraham through his son, Isaac and Jacob will be made and kept. It says, their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. So it's going to end. It's kind of like a saying, this is just the beginning. With the prophets out here all around the four corners of the earth, mainly here in Babylon, promoting the doom and destruction of this society. And it's going to end with that bang. It's going to end with those flames. Right? You go back to that movie Babylon. You would sit here having these visions, man. The place burning up, boom. But he can't be the only one that got that vision. We up here, we got that same vision. We can see these places, these buildings on fire, flaming up, man. And then people run on fire. Why? Because the Lord gave us that vision through his prophets. We're going back to the vision of old. He gave his prophets this vision long before the creation of these weapons. To say, and it shall come to pass in that day that a great tumult from the Lord shall be among them. And the NLT said, on that day they will be terrified and stricken. So the Most High, man, his spirit of anger and wrath and judgment is in that fire, is in those flames. Right? You're not going to be able to blame that on China in that day. You're going to know that's the Heavenly Father based upon the prophets being out here. That's what Scripture says. Then shall you know that the prophet was amongst you. Those things come to pass. You can't blame anybody else except the prophets. In the prophecy, in the Heavenly Father. Finishing out. It says, and they shall lay hold every one on the hand of his neighbor, and his hand shall rise up against the hand of his neighbor. Right? And that's pretty much the point there. The judgment of the Heavenly Father, man. Got it.
Matter of fact, get that Proverbs 22 and 23. Come on, you get that to me.
This is Ezekiel 35.
It's like that Joel.
Okay.
Con, what you had on?
I think Joel 2 is 11. Yep.
Oh yeah, Con. Yep. The book of Joel, chapter 2, verse 11, reads, and the Lord shall utter his voice before his army.
Right, and we know when you read Joel, the second chapter is dedicated to the destruction. From the beginning of it, it speaks about those armies, which the missiles are likened to. So the Lord said before that happened, he's going to utter his voice. Read that again.
And the Lord shall utter his voice before his army.
See? So before the destruction, the Lord is going to bring out the doctrine, man. just as he sent Moses and Aaron, they had to pitch, right? Let my people go. Plagues had to come, and ultimately we were delivered. Even the similarities with that. Remember, Pharaoh and his army, they were drowned in the sea. Well, in this time, right, we know the sea is the heavens, right? The Shemayim, the waters. And this time, Esau, his army is going to be, right? They're going to be destroyed too in the sea. Right?
He said that it's like, and the Lord shall before his army, for his camp is very great. For he is strong that executed his word.
See? So that means the word got to go out first. Ultimately, it's going to be executed. Right?
For the day of the Lord, Yahweh Shai is great and very terrible. And who can abide it?
Right. The only ones who can abide it will be those who the Lord allowed to. Right? And that's the elect. And that's going to be based upon predestination. Right? So you're going to have certain spirits that are going to be called out of it. And those are going to be the very ones who complain. You see, the very ones in court. Somebody got to be vindicated for this. See that? Even at the destruction of America, somebody got to celebrate that. See? Because it's the Lord created our God. Somebody do that.
Pertaining to them drowning in the sea, this is Mark 11:23. For verily I say unto you, that whosoever shall say unto this mountain, be thou removed, and be thou cast into the sea, and shall not doubt in his heart, but shall believe that those things which he saith shall come to pass, he shall have whatsoever he saith.
He said. So we pretty much speaking into existence the destruction of America. Not due to our power, you know. No, we simply conveying the word of Yahweh Shai. Yeah. And anyone who possesses that word is going to come to pass because it's true. Right? What's that? Revelation 19. Faithful and true.
Right.
That's one of the titles of Yahweh Shai. Yep. There's another one too in 2nd Ezra.
Just 15.
Right? 15.
Yep. Yeah, thank you. Can I add real quick? When it's be thou removed into the sea,
Right.
going into what the elder was saying. And that sea is not the Atlantic Ocean. That sea is going to be made up by a body of missiles, which is the army of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, the perfect army of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, because it's going to bring an end to Esau Edom's rule. And that's what we're doing. Like you said, we're saying. Matter of fact, we were saying before, which is prophesying. Right? And we believe, wholeheartedly believe, and we know that this is going to take place. And if you don't believe, look at the talk that's on the earth right now. Missile talk. And those missile talk is not just missile talk. Those missiles are talk that matter of fact, it's being said that they're going to be shot upon America, man.
They testing it.
They testing it.
Manufacturing.
Yep,
Yeah,
manufacturing.
just for that day.
Ramping it up right
Right.
Going back to how his word is a commandment. That's what it brought out how his word should say unto the mountain. And then it said, then it's gonna move.
Things gonna move.
Obadiah 1:1, it said the vision of Obadiah, thus said the Lord power concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, an ambassador sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us arise up against her and battle. So that's what we're speaking, man. That rumor that's going out throughout the country, we speaking that, and now you seeing this scene being formed in the earth, man.
Right.
You know, ultimately the destruction of Edom. It's going to play out by the way of America being destroyed by the way of World War III.
Right.
You know?
And if I may go back to that courtroom setting, because the judge, he pretty much said before too. You know, when it comes to that verdict, he had to speak it. And through that authority, it sets in motion, you know? Yeah, it sets in motion that verdict.
Right.
That Psalm 75, the Lord is the true judge. Somebody can get that one too. we're in a time where that ancient case again is being revised. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he keep the people here too. Yeah, every concert, every comedy show, you know, whatever. That nigga the mascot of Birmingham.
Yes, he is.
God, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 75, verse 6.
And he'll adapt too. He might say shalom to you. Say that.
Psalm 75 and 6. For promotion cometh neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south, but the Most High is the judge.
Yep.
He put it down one and set it up another.
Right, and the scripture speaks about how the Lord turned away proud princes. There's like a courtroom setting. You know, you come in and get some type of, hey, because Esau, he's countering too, man. Right? Yeah. You watch the video,
Man.
chill, bro. You know, like he threatening. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like this.
I remember they did the color purple.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what I'm saying. That was their into that too, resurrecting their ancestors.
Right. Listen to the spirits.
Yeah, we probably took that part of the skit too.
Yeah.
Took that color purple saying, not only you, but I heard you. Nigga, I'm scared. Now you sending that nigga a donation. Come on, man. That's what he hit it. He hit it.
Yeah, he did.
God. He said, but the Most High is the judge. He put it down one and set it up another.
See, so the Lord said, look, no, this people gonna rule, man. And we know that's what's on the table. Because why is such an emphasis on this man to have full control? Right? Why is, he's moved to the extreme of tagging you, putting hooks in you. Tracking your money, your transactions, where you went. This nigga know when you leaving in and out of cities, man. You know how fast you going. Based upon your phone. So why is that the case? Because he have a God complex and he desire ruling. So why wouldn't that be the very thing that upset him? That rulership be given to the poor. That's like, hey, that's add insult to injury. Because he gets off on ruling over us, man. This nigga let the other nations rule with him for an hour, right? He let the other nations have it, But you got this nigga Trump in there now. So you see the things, and even if they assassinate him or whatever, man, America's still gonna be destroyed. The Lord, that's why the Most High is like it's simplicity. That's why even the character of the Most High called his character. Yeah. Because you know why? You know why that's one of the reasons? Because if you go to get a little too technical, you just think back to what the Most High gonna do. Then you kill everything else. You're like, well, hold up, man, this is gonna happen. He said, no, wait, no, the Lord gonna destroy America. That kills everything. That kills the confusion, man.
Okay, just kill him with the prophecy, man. Instruction.
Yeah, that's it.
You can't really, there ain't a lot of moving room. Like you pave your way into the corner now.
Yeah,
You ain't got no more space now.
Yeah, 'cause they just wanna, just talk around, Just get to the point. America gonna be destroyed, yes or no? Okay, goodbye. You know what I'm saying? Right, that's it. That's how we gonna, that's the spirit. Somebody come up with a question, they're a Christian, I got one for you. Is America gonna be destroyed? Okay, yeah. If it's yes, then now you gotta, I'm gonna just still send you on in. Right? Now you know. But if it's no, you definitely not. But that's the simplicity of the Lord. And then fuck all that bullshit, man. Them doctrines don't die. It's not like you're gonna have an office set up after the destruction. And niggas still pushing forth black consciousness. That nigga in there. Big boy. No, everything gonna go with America, man. So really our doctrine is is going to overcome anyway.
Real quick.
Come on.
You said everything gonna go with America. Malachi 4:1, it says, "For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, and all that do wickedness
Right, that's
shall
right.
be stubble."
All the Edomites and all them that follow him and everything that bridged, because all of these different institutions, universities, trends, and right. Like all these trends, that's gonna die too, man.
Right.
Everything that kept you here, like hobbies, niggas got hobbies, pastime, that's gonna go with this. Well,
It says, "And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch."
right. When you leave neither root nor branch, that means it can never come again. Somebody give me that in Jeremiah. Oh man, no stone.
Oh yeah.
I want to say it's 51. Is it?
2 Peter 3:10, "But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
Yep.
The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned
See,
up."
and the works, man. Everything. So that means this doctrine, right? You better hope we wrong. You better hope this is a miscalculation and but there's no way. It's the spirit, man. We see it. Hey, we can read Isaiah 9, right, when it speaks about this shall be the fuel, burning the fuel. We can read that and we see World War III all day. And someone else will read it and say, no, they're dismissing it as just an ancient text in the book of Isaiah that really have no bearing on the overall scope. Because hey, that's how the Lord snares you as well with those three words, new and old. Some as subtle as those little words. But so you see the Old Testament, you say, oh, that's old, because your mind, it computes it. It operates in the flesh. So, right, that word old, it causes a reaction from anyone. You have to classify it in a certain, So you said, that's old, right? Then the new, subconsciously you will say, this is what I should cleave to. But no, in the Old Testament, it's prophecies.
And the Most High is old. Yeah, I'm stopping from believing in the Most High. The earth is old.
That's it. No, it's like your brother said, how the light just shining over here.
Looking at
At the
that
whole
tree.
city, man. This shit like Gotham City out here.
Yeah.
You go up, block up, it's gloomy as hell.
Yeah. Right now.
Right, yeah. Spirit. Right on this avenue, this whole
Oh, God, just going back, as you mentioned, concerning the Old Testament, the prophecy in the Old Testament talk about the Bible days.
right.
Which is not, the end times.
Right.
God, Jeremiah 51, verse 25. Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain, saith the Lord, which destroys all the earth. And I will stretch out my hand upon thee, and roll thee down from the rocks, and will make thee a burnt mountain.
Right, that's the destruction.
That's it, baby.
Right, that's that sea. That's the same mountain Yahweh Shai was speaking about. What?
And they shall not take of thee a stone for a corner.
Right, and then goes into the root. It'll be no more, it'll not be a root or branch. And if you know anything about structure, sites, or building, you gotta have a stone, man. You got something to build on. A foundation, man. Read that again.
It said, and they shall not take of thee a stone for a corner, nor a stone for foundations, but thou shalt be desolate forever, saith the Lord.
Right, so yeah, they'll never bounce back, man. So everything died with the milk. That's the cleanup crew. Lord, that's why the Lord likened him to his army. And the Lord go deep into it. He called them horsemen. Now, I'm saying something that's heavy about, man. Look, man, you think how about Shai saying that and not going to be a similarity. Because then you can say, well, hold up, the Lord was, he was right, but with the horseman, with the horseman comparison, he was off on that. You can't say that. When the milks come, they're going to sound like horses. They're going to actually, the Lord, right. They're going to sound like the ancient, they're going to sound like the Bible days, right? As the brothers go into all the time. This is the Bible days. And you niggas saw enough of the movies like 300, and you know what a host of chariots sound like. And you're going to hear, it's going to sound like snorting. Because them horses, you know, them horses, that's how they used to come to battle. But they snort like that. I wish we could have got that. I hit that shit. Spirit was up there. Spirit,
I'm in the spirit, huh?
Real talk. Finish the last piece. Peter bread. I was in the spirit. Yeah, but you sounded just like it. That's going to be the thrust of those muscles. And Sharon, you know, the milk's going to be carried over them. Right? The fire is carried in the milk. Right? It's going to sound like snorting and horses coming. And the Lord's going to do that. Remember the account where the Lord made the souls is here to sound. Matter of fact, let's get that real quick. And I know you got to hold it too. So, bottom line, you're going to know that there's a power dealing with this. You're going to be like, this ain't just some random act, man. This was staged. This was orchestrated.
This is 2 Kings chapter 7. I just started this concerning the 4 leprous men. So I started verse 4. It says, if we say we will enter into the city, then the famine is in the city, and we shall die there. And if we still sit here, we die also. Now therefore come and let us fall into the host of the Syrians. If they save us alive, we shall live.
Right. So to set the stage, this is an account. It was 4, right? The 4 lepers. And they had a dilemma. They was like, look, either we're gonna sit outside the city and die of starvation and famine, or we could just turn ourselves in to the Syrians. Right? They was like, look, at least there, you know, they might give us a chance, well, he said they're gonna just kill us if anything. So they really was down to no options. So let's pick it up there.
And they rose up in the twilight to go into the camp of the Syrians. And when they were come to the uttermost part of the camp of Syria, behold, there was no man there. For the Lord had made the host of the Syrians to hear a noise of chariots.
See, so the Lord made the Syrians hear a noise of chariots, man. So there's a power that controls that. That's why when the Lord likened the missiles to horsemen, that's accurate, bro. You think you can come up with the best analogy? Come on, man. Lord is that man, you know?
No, I just say he's the one who created them now.
Right.
He made them.
Right.
He made them exist.
And the ones that we muster up is through his spirit.
Right.
You know?
He gave everything that sound.
Yeah, that's it. That's true.
Right.
What's to say that the sound of water should
Yeah.
not have been the sound of
Yeah.
Perfect. Right.
They sound similar anyway.
True. Yep.
Like,
When it was rain, it sounded like crackling of fire.
It does.
You pay attention to rain when it hit, it sounds like fire crackling.
Is that voice of many waters?
I got some.
Yep.
Real quick. I got 2 on side. This Exodus chapter 4 and 11. It says, and the Lord said unto him, who have made man's mouth? Or who maketh the dumb or deaf or the sin or the blind? And not out of the Lord. So this is how he can manipulate your senses too. And he can make you to be blind or to see, or he can make you see shit. You know, you got we call it schizophrenics. But you can see certain shit or you know. So the Lord set up with that Syrian, he manipulated that Syrian army to hear, you know, to hear their hosts, you know. God. Man, I'm trying to find the scripture where they heard the thundering, some heard.
Oh, yeah.
Some heard thunder and some
heard,
you know,
yeah.
the voice of the Lord.
Oh, yeah.
like,
Yep, the Lord controls sounds too, man. Which I obviously know. But that's the science behind the Lord comparing the sound to horses.
Right.
Matter of fact, why they getting that? You got
Yep,
that?
yep. It's Joel 2
Yep.
in verse 4. It says, the appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen, so shall they run. It says, like the noise of chariots
See?
on the tops of mountains.
Like the noise of a chariot. See? And the missiles don't look like horses in the sense of the power.
Alright.
See? You're going to know what power look like. In other words. You're going to know what real power look like. Because that's going to be actually, that's the most high coming. Oh, matter of fact, get that. That's Isaiah 13. That's the most high himself stretching forth his hand at you, man. Yeah, well, that's it. That's how ancient kings, real kings, would get down with their neck. That real king here fight with his neck.
God.
Yep, Abraham, oh, well, that's it, boy, that's a great point. Abraham went and he settled the score with Lot. Remember,
Right.
yeah, he brought him in, they took him out, he brought him in, special men.
Right.
Well,
God, the book of Isaiah 13 and 5, they come, so like I started at verse 4. He said, the noise of a multitude in the mountains.
there you go again.
It is.
Spirit, man.
Hey, real quick. And then you know it's going to be an aerial attack.
Right,
man.
right. Yep. And that noise,
And that noise.
right? Because that's going to be a part of the dramatics. And you think about it, right? I was just thinking about a cavalry. Because you know you had a cavalry, you had a general, he be leading that shit, man. He blow that horn first.
The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people. A tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mustered the hosts of the mountain.
The Lord instigate. See? What?
They come from a far country, from the end of heaven.
Right.
Even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation.
Even the Lord, man. So those missiles, you're gonna see power. That's why they're the horses. And when you think about a horse represents being over your ass. It tells you that in what's that? Ecclesiastes. I've seen servants on horses. So a horse represents being on top of you. You gonna know who your rule is at that day, man. Lord coming to sack the city. And when you sack a city, you seize control of it. At that point, you have the power and jurisdiction who get clear. Right? I did a lesson on that where usually the fair virgins get clear. When you sack a city, it's the virgins who you take with you, man. Right?
It says to destroy the whole land.
America. See? Yes, come on.
Yep. It says Joel 2 and 4 again. The appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen, so shall they run. Like the noise of chariots on the tops of mountains, so shall they leap. So that let you know, it's talking about the intercontinental ballistic missiles. It says, so shall they leap. Going back to what the officer just read, man. They come from a far country. When you read up in Joel, it speaks about the head, which is the nuclear head, and then the matter of fact, it says, and behind them a flame burner, meaning what? The thrust pack. Right. So that's why Joel said he's actually seeing the missiles come upon America. It says, like the noise of chariots on top of mountains, so shall they leap. See that? The intercontinental ballistic missile is going to come from one continent to another, man. And when you go into the word leap, it means what? A very long jump. So that's what the missile's going to do. It says, like the noise of a flame, like you were saying, like the noise of a flame, it says, like the noise of a flame of fire.
I make it sound like crackling.
That's it, bro.
Now imagine if you could magnify a crackling sound by a billion.
Man,
It sounds like hooves.
Yes, it will. It will.
It sounds like hooves coming.
Yeah,
Man.
bro.
And what? It sounds like that. Hey, man, hey, like I said, bro, that was it. That was
Come
it.
on, man.
That was it.
Sound like the space shuttle taking off.
That's
Well,
what
yeah, man. They prepare to see miracles, man. And like I always tell the brothers, man, through the Spirit, the Lord got a spoon feed. It's gonna be so dramatic. You gotta start seeing it in little pieces. You know, little increments, what they call it, increments. So you could be ready for it. If you ain't right, you know, that's why a lot of people gonna give up the ghost. They're gonna be hit with a dose of it right off the spot. Right? A nigga get the friend stuff and you see a brother eat.
Yeah.
5, 3 loaves. And the nigga just died because he ain't used to see. He wasn't groomed. Right. He wasn't groomed to see the miracles, man. Or Salaki or the miracles. Miracles heavy, bro. You gotta be in the right spirit. Yeah. And that was it, bro. That sounded just like Buffalo, man. Now, it was the guy on the skateboard, but it sounded just like it, man.
Yes.
You know? Can't make it up.
It says, like the noise of a flame of fire that devours the stubble, as a strong people set in battle array.
I heard it too, yeah. As you would read it.
As I was reading.
Lord working. You know that?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it.
You got something?
It's like the two worlds gonna collide, like the metaphysical world. You know what I mean? Not to sound the supernatural world and all is gonna collide. Man. You're gonna see so that school of fan, we really gotta embrace it. Lord just giving us a little at a time, so building us up. What we about to see, man. The plays in Egypt got the people. They even dropped it, ready to give up the goal.
Yeah. Hey, the people see us, if they was a fly on the wall, they'll mock us, man. But that's why you're outside. You got to be in the right spirit to entertain us. So all the brothers reacted the same way. But that's why Yahushua said, ye are not of the world, even around you. So as the Lord works, only certain spirits can pick up on those signals. Yahushua working now, man. He alive and well. But you have to be made alive and walk in the spirit, right, to pick up on it. You know? When they got like the Morse code, right, that type of thing. You know?
Like frequency, radio station.
Right, right.
I'll be on the right frequency to be able to pick it up.
Yep.
St. John 12 and I started 28. It says, Father, glorify thy name. Then came there a voice from heaven saying, I have both glorified and will glorify it again. The people therefore that stood by and heard it said it had thunder. Others said an angel spake to him.
And the ones who said that, they were saying like they off. Right? But they moving under different frequencies. Those other ones who was in, opposition to that, obviously, they was operating in the flesh. So they can only pick up the signal. Only thing they can relate it to, what's the next closest thing? Thunder. That's all they know. But the others said, no, we heard an angel. See? So that's how we walk, man. We see the same thing. Somebody see 144, trust me, they're gonna look at it as just a sequence of numbers. But we'll see it, and it creates a reaction.
Looking up.
Right. Or even just looking up anyway.
Yeah.
That's another one too, man. Because at any given time, we constantly looking up and
Good man. That's right. The good man in the house.
not watching. Oh, you remember the old video surfers of the Iskarite? He probably was a Guatemalan. He saw a chariot. was like, oh no!
Oh yeah.
Like, he lost it, man. Yeah, he was in and out. He would go speaking in Spanish. Then the nigga go in English. Oh shit! You know? Come on.
The book of Psalm 89 and 15. Blessed is the people that know the joyful sound. They shall walk, O Lord, in the light of thy countenance. Yeah, just going into like being in the spirit. That's a part of you knowing this truth, man. You being in tune with the spirit. That's why we pay attention to everything, which just seems odd to the people of the world, but to us, it's of the spirit. You know, natural man can't receive it. But blessing all these prophecies, truth, Yahweh Shema Shah, you know, so other people can't get it.
Listen. Anybody got anything else?
Back in the book of 2 Kings, chapter 7, in verse 5, it's like in verse 6, it says, for the Lord had made the host of the Syrians to hear a noise of chariots and a noise of horses, even the noise of a great host. So it was the Lord that caused them to hear of a great army. So ultimately, matter of fact, with Tion, it says, and they said one to another, lo, the king of Israel have hired against us the kings of the Hittites and the kings of the
Oh, because we went into that the other week, how they said fight with Yahweh Shai, you know? So pretty much the nations is under the orders of Yahweh Shai, the word. See? They was giving orders to go attack America, man.
It says, and the kings of Egypt, and the kings of Egypt to come upon us. It says, wherefore their homes and fled in twilight, and left their tents and their horses and their asses, even the camp as it was, they fled for their life. For they left their certain resources, and it was ultimately an effort for them to be kept, man. You know, to keep those men. And you go into it, it show you that they had integrity. They put the rest of the city on too, you know, to share resources. You know, but it show you how by Shema Shai he manipulated their senses to where they heard that army. Just going back to the point, you hearing that you're gonna hear that destruction, you're gonna hear them missiles coming. It's not a far-fetched thing. Because you're gonna be in a certain spirit when you hear certain things. You know, you hear classical music, you in a certain spirit. You listen to Gucci Man, you in a certain spirit, man. So when you hear them flames, you don't know what the hell is coming. Put you in a certain spirit, man. You know?
Yep, it contributes. Sounds contribute to the drum. That's why you got a soundtrack. You know?
This is Wisdom of Solomon 17. And this New Revised Standard. Let me skip around a little bit. It says, verse 3, verse 4, for not even the inner chamber that held them protected them from fear, but terrifying sounds rang out around them.
If I may show you that that's gonna be a part of the captivity as well, is fear. You know, you're gonna be what's that phrase? Frozen with fear. That's part of the captivity.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's it.
Say in this
Yeah, ain't no way you can take that fear. They're gonna be like chains.
Right.
No way you be like, you know what? Let me shake this off. Right? No, you're gonna be subject to fear, man.
the terrifying sounds rang out around them, and dismal phantoms with gloomy faces appeared. No, it says,
And that happened in Egypt, right? The apparitions. So that's gonna happen again, man. It's already happened. And you know you have a lot of these scientists, they go into all that technical shit, right? If you inhale so much, right? They said the reason why a lot of so-called ghostly appearances happen, they happen in older homes. Right over here, because the house had, I think was it mold or As best as it is. And it'll cause a reaction when you see hallucination. But who cares? Like, it's just like if someone say, nobody gonna stop and say, hey, look, his elbow, the signals from his elbow and his clavicle, all this crazy shit in his hand. No, they're gonna just say slap the shit out of him. Right? So who cares how you go through the steps? At the end of the day, you're gonna see, you can call this an hallucination, man. But it's the results, right? Results driven. Yeah, because that's what niggas do in this thing, right? They just get technical. That's why we say, no, we're gonna just go straight to the slap. America gonna be destroyed. And you trying to talk about the elbow, right, and you wasting my time. Right, yeah. Your rotative cup, you know, and all of a sudden, elbow,
Yeah.
you're gonna just simplify it. Nigga, right, hit him with the elbow.
Not saying. Even if nothing disturbing frightened them, yet scared by the passing of wild animals and the hissing of snakes, they perished in trembling fear, refusing to look even at the air, though it nowhere could be avoided. And, I mean, that was a deadly scene, and deadly vision, deadly time, right? Because everything you've seen in your senses is just on fire, things that are fearful. Most I was just creating in the midst of you. Fearful, you know? Sights and sounds. Yeah.
Then you say you feel lions walking by you. You know it's dark, you feel something. Right, yeah. Or you feel one of the monkeys jump on your soul. You feel a thud jump off your soul and leap. Just jump on, jump on the chandelier. Yeah, that's fear, bro. And the Lord created fear. That's a creation. That's one of the many creations of the Lord. Fear. And I don't give a damn how brave anybody can scare you. Yeah. You were created with fear.
And that's one thing, motherfucker act all macho, like they bad as hell. But let a lightning bolt catch you off guard.
Oh,
You know, when lightning strike, I done seen motherfuckers claim that they're the biggest gangsters in the world.
Right.
And then that lightning catch them off guard. You know what I'm saying? You be like, man, bro, I thought you
You could be an atheist,
You
nigga.
could be a bitch.
I bet you gonna jump in that lightning.
I bet you.
And then even if they have to be that extreme. Somebody could be hiding behind the wall.
Oh, yeah.
Walk by and they just say boo.
That's why on YouTube. With the tree,
You scared of your shit.
you know, but jump out.
Niggas drop their coffee
Yeah, they
and
do
everything.
everything,
And you know what? That spirit scripture says worthy of being laughed at.
yeah. Right.
So when somebody fear, that's why the best videos in a way, I know they usually be them prank videos. You know, you catch somebody, because that's why pranks go, scaring people go hand in hand with pranks. Because scripture said that it's worthy to be laughed at. So you see these macho dudes ripping and running.
And what he might do, he talking trash to y'all about you outside. He was like, yeah, if it's a God, yeah, prove it to me right now. And then a lightning struck. Boom! Shook him up real bad.
And I got a quick definition. We always bring this out of the word fear. Just a simple Google definition. It says the word fear, it says an unpleasant emotion caused by the belief that someone or something is dangerous, likely to cause pain or a threat. So like the elder was going into, that emotion was created by Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah through Yahweh Shah, man. And it was given unto every living being upon the planet, man. And at times it's something you can't control. You know, like you said, you get caught all, you know, on a sudden, and that emotion take over you, man. You know, you be like Scooby and Shaggy Doo. You know what I'm saying? You see nails flying.
Oh, I can see that too.
Yeah.
Like, when the mills was coming,
Yes.
I can see the people teeth chattering.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes.
I can see that, yeah.
Heartbeat sounds like Sasquatch.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you can hear your heart. Sense, you know, real. You get somebody scare you attention.
Yeah.
You can hear your heartbeat for a few
Absolutely can.
seconds.
Absolutely can.
Bring a physical like tingling to your whole
Yeah.
body. If you like on that or your hair
Right.
even stand.
Right.
That's it. Yeah.
And like that definition, fear of those different elements, because you done felt it at some point too. Right? You know, boy, got you people know what it feels like to be burnt and
Right.
feel thirsty, so it's gonna be your worst fear when the milk comes. You know what's next, you know. Fire. Yeah.
This Sirach 36:1. Have mercy upon us, O Lord, power of all, and behold us, and send thy fear upon all the nations that seek after thee. That's why we hope that the Lord keep us, man. You know, it talks about in wrath, remember mercy. We just hope Yahweh Shema shall have mercy upon us, because that fear is coming, man.
Right.
You know, famine, pestilence, the beast. These things going to contribute to the perplexity of the people, but they're not expecting these things to come on the earth, man. When they do, it's going to far exceed. You know, we say a famine, you can probably go in history and look at, man, that's going to far exceed that. You know, the distress and anger that's going to come upon the planet Earth is going to be like no time, like no other, man.
Expressing on that famine, like you said, because this is an obese country, man. You know, like we always say, motherfucker do everything centered around eating.
Right.
You know, man, I had a good day. Come on, let's go eat.
Right.
You know, man, I'm sad. I'm ready to eat. So once that famine comes, it's gonna be a terrible time for people in this country, man. Being an obese country, man, a country full of people that's full of gluttonous sin, and then you can't get that food to comfort you.
Right.
That alone gonna make motherfuckers go crazy.
Fear. They're gonna be in fear.
They're gonna be in fear.
Power outages. So with that, we give our praise, honor, and glory
To Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
double honors to the head apostles and elders, great millstone. Shalom to the fellow ladies out there. As always, we believe. Next time, shalom.
Shalom.